My presentation today is on technology issues. My look my presentation looks into issues with solely having technology in classrooms. Something that's common is classrooms that solely only do work in or on computers. And I'm thinking more about like the high school level or the middle school level when you have a lot of kids that are relying on like their parents to do this stuff for them. It has become more and more common that these computers are required for all of their classes. Google Classroom has come out. I know other schools use different platforms, but Google Classroom was a big one in my high school where every single assignment would be on there and most of your grades would be through PowerSchool, and it's really difficult, especially for the kids that don't have those computers that they can use at home. So they're solely only doing their work at school. And if they want to do homework on the computers, you have to either stay after school or get there before school. And I feel like the main question should be like, how can we adjust from this? Because it makes it more difficult for these kids that can't do that. They can't, like, they are unable to do the homework that's required for their classes for them to move forward, because these classes require everything to be done on a thing that they have no access to. I feel like some teachers should offer some homework like that's paper. Or I know it was a big thing that most of our teachers would do a technology check at the beginning of the year where you would fill out a form and it would ask if you had access to these technologies at home. And if not, the teacher would be able to build these accommodations for you. Another issue that I see with having all of this technology is it can be hard to focus. Some students have they see that they have access to everything and they will go and play games or not do their work, or some schools don't have it blocked on their computer so some students can go on like Facebook or Instagram or online shop. And I think a way we can fix this is, I know a thing that happened at my high school is they would have it to where the teachers could see what screen you were on so they could actively see what you were looking at when they were at their desk. And I also know that schools nowadays block sites, but they can't block every site, is my point. So I think we should be able to adapt to this, and I think some things need to change. Like, I feel as though technology is important to excel in the world, I feel some classes should offer the ability to not solely rely on technology. An example is like for this class, you definitely do need technology, but maybe for like an English class, you offer like assignments that are on paper and you do together as a class, and if you don't finish it, you can take it home. I know something that my high school did was they actually let you take home the Chromebooks. They would give you Chromebooks at the beginning of the year, and that was your Chromebook for the year. But I think it's hard for like middle school. We didn't have that, and so the homework that was on your Chromebook, if you didn't have access to a computer at home, you just couldn't get it done that night. And it was hard because there's so many things that can happen in a school. Like if you're not feeling well that day, then you can't get into your Google Classroom. Or if something happens and you need to leave school, or like if you get pulled out of class to talk to a teacher or something, like it affects the students. And I think it is important that we adapt before it gets too hard on these students.